How we doing, folks? Chef Mark Anderson here, aka Fat Chef Slim. So what we decided to do, this is our first video, and we're going to show you how to make some pancakes for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Pancake Tuesday, 21st of February. A very simple recipe, low calorie, low fat, virtually fat free, and tasty as well. And there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't have some pancakes on Pancake Tuesday. Okay, so what we need for this recipe is you need 250 grams of plain flour, you need 2 eggs, which we're going to beat up, you need 250 ml of low-calorie milk or low-fat milk. Now you can use soy milk for this recipe, you can use buttermilk, but buttermilk really, it's not really fat-free, but you can check and see if you want to get some, alright? We also have baking powder here. I have the industrial baking powder, we plug there for the chef branded baking powder. The other thing you can do as well is you can use this recipe with spelt flour, and you can also use gluten-free flour to make the recipe. And I've never made it with gluten-free flour, but you can do it. But if you go through the method that I'm going to do now, and you'll see how it works. Okay, now, so what the flavour of pancakes we're going to do, we're going to put in a wee bit of vanilla extract into this, not vanilla essence, vanilla extract. If you have any fresh vanilla pods, you can take the seeds out and add that into the batter. It'll give it an excellent bit of flavour. I use vanilla extract, not vanilla essence, because the extract is better quality and there's better flavour of vanilla off it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, the flavour. We're going to have some honey. We're going to griddle cook a banana for it, or pan fry a banana for the topping, and we're going to put some fresh lemon juice over them as well. So there's no sugar in this recipe, there's going to be no butter, and there's going to be no oil in it. What we are going to do is actually cook with the low-cal spray when we go to cook, alright? So the first step we're going to do is we're going to make the batter. It's recommended that you can make the batter. You can make the batter tonight, you can make the batter tomorrow morning first thing, and then leave the batter in the fridge at least an hour before you go to use it. And that will give it a chance for the flour to relax out, the gluten to break down in it. If you're using spelt flour or gluten-free flour, you can nearly use the batter straight away. But do give it a wee time to rest, you get a far better result off it, okay? So the first thing we have here is a large bowl, okay? Obviously I'm a caterer, I have large bowls. We have our flour, and we're going to put in a teaspoon of baking powder into the flour, okay? So when we say a teaspoon, can you see that? We'll hold it up to the camera. Very difficult to see that there now. It's not a full teaspoon, but it's nearly a level teaspoon into the flour, okay? So that's the first step. Flour into the baking powder. We're going to put the sieve over the bowl, and we're going to sieve the flour into the bowl. The reason you're sieving the flour is you're making sure there's no foreign objects in the flour, you're making sure there's no lumps in the flour, and you want to get the baking powder distributed through the flour, okay? And I can feel that there now. It's going straight through, and there are absolutely no wee foreign objects in the sieve. You can see that. So that's that clear. So we have our flour is ready. We have our eggs. We're going to beat up our 2 eggs. Okay, and we're going to put our vanilla extract into our eggs. Better to add it now, and now that's about 5 or 6 drops of vanilla extract into the eggs. Alright, we're going to mix that up together. Now, it says on the recipe, what I've given you there, 250 ml of milk. If you're using spelt flour or gluten-free flour, you'll see that sometimes it takes more milk to make the batter. The secret here, which I always tell everybody in the classes here at the Crest Cookery School, is add your milk into your eggs, okay? Whisk them up through, and we're going to add the liquid to the flour. Now, the thing is, if you make something too thick, you'll be able to make it thin, okay? But like me, I was thick, and now I can make it thin. When you're making a batter, the same thing. If you're going to make it thick and add more milk to thin it down to the right consistency to pour your pancakes. If you make it too thin at the start, you're going to be adding more flour, and you're going to bulk up the recipe. Number one, you're going to have too much mix for your pancake to be eating pancakes now straight through Easter Sunday. And secondly, the more flour you add to the recipe, the more flour you add to the batter, obviously the thicker it's going to be, but you're changing the recipe. It's easier to add the liquid in to make it thinner. And that's the way, as I say, that's the €5 sneaky tip for this recipe. Okay, so we have our flour, okay? We have our liquid mix. We're going to add the liquid mix in, and I'm going to keep just a tiny wee bit of the liquid mix back, okay? So you can see that now what's happening, and we're going to mix the flour and the egg mix in together. So I've kept some of it back, again, depending on how many eggs you have. You're using 2 eggs. If you've got bigger eggs, then you won't need them. These are medium-sized eggs bought in an ordinary retail store. Okay, so we're going to mix that through. You can see the way that that's going now. It's fairly thick, but we've kept, as I said, some of the liquid back. We're going to mix it well in. Okay, can you see that mixing through there? And there we have. So in less than a minute, we have the batter. Okay, now, that is still too thick for pouring consistency. So we still have some of the liquid here. We're going to add the rest of the liquid in. There's a wee bit of eggshell too. We need to make sure we keep that out. And we're going to add in the rest of our liquid. So 250 grams of plain flour, 1 teaspoon, just over a wee bit level of baking powder, 2 eggs, and 250 mils of low-fat milk or buttermilk. Vanilla essence, no sugar at all, no lemon juice, no brown sugar into this at all. Okay, so as you can see there, there is our pouring consistency. Now, the next wee trick you're going to do, make sure the whisk doesn't fall into it. We're going to strain it through, okay? We're going to pass it back through the sieve, again, to make sure that there's no lumps in it. And then we're going to put it into the fridge and refrigerate it for a half an hour to an hour. And then we're going to continue on to show you how to cook it. So, just the last step, what you want to do now, is with your same flour sieve, with your whisk, and if you have a wee spatula at home now, you can scrape it through as well to put it through. I didn't bring the spatula out of the drawer. My assistant here can't walk in front of the camera to do it, but you'll get the general gist of it. Okay, so we're putting through there now, and we're going to pass the batter through. Now, even as I said there, that is still a wee bit thick, but we're going to let it rest, and then we will add a wee bit more milk to it afterwards, and we'll show you how to do the crepes, or the pancakes. Crepes are the posh name for pancakes. We call them pancakes here in Ireland. Crepes are the real thin guys that you put all the filling into it. So you can see there the whisk has gone through the sieve. You can see the batter coming out. As I said, if you have a spatula there for your bowl, clean all the extra batter out. I'll do that off camera. So we have the batter put through, and we have the pancake batter. Oh, where's the camera? The pancakes batter is made there. We're going to put that into the fridge, and then we're going to adjust the consistency of it whenever it's rested. All right then, so that's part one. Okay, so the batter is rested. We left it in the fridge. It's been in about an hour to rest now, okay? And what we have here is we have our finished batter. Now, as I said before, if you want a pouring consistency, it's a wee bit thick, and that's what happens when you rest it in the fridge, is it goes too thick for you. And we have here another 100 mils of low-fat milk. So we're going to put in 100 mils of the milk, okay? I have my scraper here this time. It was in the drawer over there. That's going back in, and we're going to add the milk now into the batter. So that, very messy here today too. We're going to add a wee bit more milk into the batter to get it the right consistency. So very gently mix that round. So it took in total 350 mils of low-fat milk and 2 eggs to make this. Now you'll see the reason why. If you like them real wee thick and stumpy pancakes, don't add any more milk to it. We want them a wee bit thinner. We want to make some large pancakes for this Pancake Tuesday. Okay, so the milk is in, and there you can see now a lighter batter. Okay, so we're going to get that off. All right, so just to prove that I'm not home alone, okay, watch this for a wee bit of television magic. There you go. How's that for a bit of magic? So we have a measuring jug here, all right? Far easier to pour the batter out. If you have a jug, don't worry if there's a wee traces of milk left in the jug. And we're going to add that in. I have my assistant here today, off camera, the lovely Sabine Bougie-Boda. She's smiling away there. Very camera shy, but an excellent worker and doing an excellent job. That's the end of the bonus now for that day. Okay, so we have the batter in the jug ready to go. Next thing we want to do is we're going to squeeze a lemon for the filling. So an ordinary lemon, okay, we have a lemon squeezer, lemon juice squeezer, okay, and this will store the lemon juice in the bottom. Lemons, nice lemons, try and get juicy lemons, okay. If your lemons aren't juicy, what you can do is put your lemons in a bowl, pour some boiling water over your lemons, leave your lemons sitting for an hour in the boiling water, and what happens is the boiling water will cook out the lemon juice a bit inside and it'll make them more juicy. So you see the action there, that's such a professional, okay? So we have lemon juice for our pancakes, okay? We're going to put some honey over the top of them as well, and we have here banana. This banana here is the savior of the universe for me, okay, as regards the Fat Chef Slim diet. Porridge in the morning with banana, feeling hungry, a wee bit of a banana going into it. Before you go to bed at night, if you think you're a wee bit peckish, I go for the banana and not the biscuits anymore or the slices of toast, okay? So we're going to do this banana here is going to be 4 slices. Cut your banana in half and cut each half into a quarter again, alright? So you have 4 bits of banana, we're going to have our lemon juice, our honey, and we have our low-cal spray, and our batter is ready. So the secret of being organised is being organised. Have the recipe, have everything sitting ready to go, and we're going to go now and we're going to cook our crepe and we're going to do our lemon and banana with it, alright? Okay, we have everything done now, and you can't see my face in the camera, but what we have here is we have a griddle pan. We're going to cook the bananas. We have here a non-stick pan, okay, a Teflon coated pan to make the pancakes. So we're going to make 2 crepes here now, alright? So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put on the banana. We're going to light the gas. Now this is a heavy cast iron pan. We're going to get the pan heated up, and we're going to cook the bananas in the pan here, okay? I know you can't see my face, but you can hear my voice, alright? So the pan's going to be heated up. The second thing we're going to do here as well is we're going to light the gas under the non-stick pan. We're going to put it on a medium heat, alright? So, the bananas, we're not going to add sugar or anything to this here. The first thing we're going to do is take our low-cal spray. So it's 1 calorie per squirt of spray, alright? So we're going to cook the bananas. So we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squirts of low-cal onto the pan, alright? The pan is heated up. The pan is warm. We're going to put our bananas in. So we're going to put the bananas in. 1, 2, 3, 4 bananas, alright? And it is actually hard to beat warm bananas in fairness. Okay, we'll leave a wee cloth there. So the bananas are on the pan, and the bananas are going to cook. Pardon my fingers, but I'm a chef. Alright, so we're going to cook the bananas very, very gently on the pan. Okay, so a wee bit of low-cal spray, no butter at all. The next thing we have here is we have a non-stick pan, okay, and we're going to put some low-cal spray onto the pan. This time we're going to heat the pan up to give it a good heat first, okay, and get the pan really, really hot. So we're going to make 2 crepes. We're going to put a bit of low-cal spray into the pan, alright, and we're going to add in our crepe batter, so, or pancake batter. So we're going to make a pancake that size there, okay? So that's just a wee bit of your mix, and we have the pancake in the pan. Now, the secret about doing this here is to make sure, again, a non-stick pan, your low-cal spray, and turn down the heat, okay, so that you have a medium heat. So a good hot heat at the start to get the pancake started, and then turn down to a medium heat. Now my bananas are on here. You can see the pan is smoking, and you'll see now the bananas are starting to melt a wee bit, and they're starting to get a wee bit of a nice design onto the bananas, okay? So a good medium heat as well on the bananas. Okay, and as I said, what we're going to do is we're going to put lemon juice and honey and the warm bananas over this. Now, the crepe you can see there now, the crepe is starting to set around the edges. Can you see that? It's just starting to set, and it is starting to move from the pan. Can you see that now? Where it's actually starting to shake round the pan. So a non-stick pan with low-cal spray. You'll see here there's a few bubbles starting to form. You want to wait until all the bubbles have formed over the top of the pancake. That's the pancake batter cooking from the bottom up to the top, and the wee bubbles are going to form and it's going to dry out. Okay, keeping an eye on your bananas. As you can see there now, the bananas are taking a nice design onto the bananas. Looks very chefy, looks very professional. We'll turn them sideways a wee bit and get a bit of a different colour, and the bananas are starting to cook. Lovely flavour coming off the bananas. So, we have our pancake here now. You can see it now, it's starting to dry out. Alright, now when you're at home, you put your spatula onto your pancake, okay, and turn your pancake over. You can see your nice pancake there, nice golden colour, and there's a lovely smell of vanilla coming off the pancake. So we're going to turn it over the other side. You can see now it's not sticking to the pan at all. Okay, it's not sticking to the pan at all. And some people say, oh, can you toss it? Absolutely, you can toss the pancake in the pan. Okay, we're going to leave that to dry out a second. We're going to turn our bananas sideways again. Again, if you don't have a fancy pan like me, an ordinary frying pan will do, but the low-cal spray is the secret with the bananas. So the crepe is going good. You can see it's toasted now on the other side. We're going to turn it around. They'll never look like those pancakes you buy in the bakery. They're completely different. They're made on a griddle. They're baked in the oven. And there's loads of additives and extra stuff into it. So that's the first one. So we have a lovely posh plate here. We're going to put our first pancake down on the plate. Okay, now we're going to make 2 pancakes in fairness now out of this here. So we're going to turn our banana over. Again, turn the banana over. You see the banana now is starting to cook. It's starting to get nice and soft and starting to cook around the edge. Okay, so second crepe. Again, this time the pan is a lot hotter. We're going to put on our low-cal spray and we're going to make another crepe. Okay, and this time we're going to make a nice big large one. So we have plenty of batter in. So you can see we're about halfway through that batter. So for the 250 mils, you can tell that you're going to make 4 to 5 pancakes out of the 250 grams, 250 to 300 mils of milk. Make the recipe bigger if you wish. Look at the size of that one. It's a fair big one. Okay, so the heat is on. Again, turning your banana. Keep an eye on the banana. Again, if it's a normal pan, there's no problem. And those bananas are nearly done now at this stage. Can you see that? There's a nice redesign on the bottom. That pan is starting to get hot. There's a nice redesign on it. The bananas are starting to soften. Okay, we're going to make now as well, we're going to make the sauce for the bananas to go with the crepe. So this is all going to be done. What I want you to do is turn the heat off in your pan completely. You're going to take a wee bit of your lemon juice now. You can see that. You're putting your lemon juice into your pan with your bananas. That's going to get all the banana flavour coming off there now. Okay? So that was it. I've added the full juice of the lemon. It would do 3 to 4 bananas. And the last thing now we want to do is we're going to add some honey. Okay? So we have some honey here now. So that's a tablespoon of honey. Again, honey has got a lot of sugar in it. So you want to be careful when you're using honey. Work it into your diet. I don't use any sweeteners or saccharin or anything like that in the recipe, in fairness, and that is getting hot. So what you can see there now is your bananas and your lemon juice and your honey. Okay, how's my crepe? My crepe is going good. You can see I didn't have to shake it or poke it or anything like that there. And we're going to flip it over. Okay. And we have the larger pancake done. It's a wee bit broken, but you get the general gist of it, alright? So, our bananas are ready, our honey is ready, our lemon juice is ready. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do now is plate up our pancakes or our dessert, alright? Okay, folks, so here we have our last crepe. I actually made another one. I got rid of the last one because it broke in the pan. And we'll be honest with you, it wasn't very professional looking. So we have our crepe on our nice plate. We have our bananas with our lemon juice and our honey. Again, I used the full juice of the lemon there, and the honey. You would get there's 4 pieces of banana there. You get 3 fourths is 12. You get 12 pieces of banana into that into the juice of that 1 lemon. Okay, so we have our wee spoon. We have our pancake here now. 1 single pancake. Okay, we're going to put the other pancake on top. All right. We're going to put our bananas on top of our pancake. Oh. You can see why these TV chefs have so much editing. We're doing this in 1 take today. Okay, we're going to put our bananas onto our pancake. Clean your plate up a wee bit to be professional. And we have then the sauce, which is our honey and lemon juice. And don't worry one wee bit, those wee black bits there are the bits of the banana. There's not one thing wrong with that, okay? So we have our lemon juice, our honey and lemon sauce gone over the top of it. So, you have the recipe, rewind back the video. Anybody wants to send me an email, you can check out to see. So what we've done today is a Fat Chef Slim recipe for refined sugar-free. There's a wee bit of honey in it. Gluten-free if you wish to use the flour. And we have pancakes for Pancake Tuesday. And I hope you enjoy your day.